you all know, both sides of my family are from this county. My dad's side's from Melford, my mom's side's from Atwood. And so when I decided to do this, it was actually Gene Northerner, who just left, and former Senator V. Richard Miller that nudged me into doing it. And then I had lunch with Mike Gavin, who was the chair at the time. And so I said, you know what, I'm too busy, I don't have time, but if everybody in my generation says I don't have time, no one's going to do it. And so I said, I'll do it. You know, and I don't know my entire life I could say no to Dick Miller. And so that kind of, you know, I think they knew that when they brought him in. So I said yes. And so here we are 19 years later, and all I read this session was how I was retiring. And my son was graduating from high school and going to Miami, and I was going with him. And I don't know how many dads just up and move, you know, with their kids to college. You know, I made my kid watch Rodney Dangerfield and Back to School. It didn't seem to be too popular. And and it was the media, and it was mostly down in Indianapolis, and I did my closing at the State House on the budget and said, hey, you know, I said, contrary to popular belief, I'm coming back. I'm not moving to Miami with my kid. And I thought it was gone and went away. And then I had some people up here start asking me. I've had 2 people call me and ask me, hey, if you're not running, I want to run for your seat. So I'm going to tell you tonight, in the city that this all started in, that I am running in 2020. There's 3 things I want to do yet before I do decide to retire. You've heard me talk, I beat this to death, is this pension I'd like to do in my time is pay off that liability. Second thing I want to do is do 100% deduction on the homestead. And the third thing, this also goes along with balancing the budget, living within our means, of course. But the third thing has to do with education.